Today we're going to be taking a look at this ring light kit made by Pixel. It's a 19-inch ring light. It has a color temperature range of 3000 Kelvin to 5800 Kelvin. It's dimmable from 1% to 100%. It has 240 LED bulbs. It has a max power of 55 watts and it has a 97 color rendering index. With that being said, let's go and run that intro video and jump right into the unboxing. Hey there, my name is Adrian with ProjectRamos.com and dealsbypr.com. On this channel I do tech reviews, so if you're new here, consider subscribing. So it looks like we get a light stand. First off, we get all of the accessories here. So we get the power supply, and the power supply does have a 90-degree connection point here, which is a good thing, so that when the cord is plugged into the light, it's going to have this 90-degree drop here. And it's molded here so that it'll prevent any damage on the connector from it hanging. We have the power supply here. We have the power supply cord that goes with it. We have, looks to be maybe a Chinese, or I'm not sure which connection this is. I think it's a Chinese connection. So you get the regular standard US connection, and as well as I think this is a Chinese connector. I may be wrong, but definitely international. We also get a Velcro strap so that you can secure the power supply onto the light stand. We get a phone mount here so that instead of using a DSLR with this ring light, you're going to be able to use your phone as well. It also comes with a remote. And it looks like it comes with several attachments here so that you can secure a DSLR onto this ring light. So you get several mounts here to be able to help you do that. And the rest of this is just the quick install guide, instruction manual, and a couple other pieces of paperwork here. So that's it for the accessory box. So you do get a carrying bag with this kit. And here is the ring light. And it looks like it has these diffuser pieces here that you're gonna be able to remove. So we're just gonna take these off so we can take a look at the LEDs. Okay, so now you can see the LED arrays that are going all around the ring light here. And the casing is made out of plastic. And on the back of this, we get a digital display here so that you can control the temperature of the light and the intensity of the light. And it's also got the power supply connection here and the on and off button here and this toggle here. And it looks like it has a angle adjustment here, so that when you do mount it onto the light stand, you're going to be able to angle this light appropriately. So that is it for the contents of the box. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this set up and run through some of the settings and see what kind of looks we can get out of this ring light. Now let's go over the options that you get with the control panel found on the back of the LED ring light. First thing you'll notice here is the on and off button. Then you get the DC input connection here, and you notice that the power cable features this 90-degree angle, which is going to help the power cable from breaking at this stress point here. So it's going to help this power cable last a lot longer for you there. On the LCD display, it shows an icon here to show that the DC connection is plugged in. You get the dim percentage readout here. Right now we're set at 1%. You get the Kelvin readout here. Right now we're set at 5800 Kelvin. Here are the groups that are available, A, B, C, D, and E. Right now we're set to group A. Here is the channel that we're transmitting on currently, which is channel 1. On these physical buttons found here, this button controls a group. This button controls the light intensity by 25%. This button will enable the remote control of other lights that you might have synced to this LED light. And this button here is how you change the channel that you're transmitting on. Now this rotary knob is a multi-function rotary knob. If you turn it, it will change the dim intensity by 1%. So you can go all the way up to 100%, which at 100% you can tell that this ring light is putting out quite a bit of light. It's very bright. And then you can bring it all the way back down to 1%, which is its lowest setting. And if you push the middle of this button here, then it'll jump into the Kelvin setting. And right now we're set to 5800. So now if you turn the knob, it will change the color temperature. So you can bring it all the way down to 3000 Kelvin. And as you can tell, the ring light is now putting out a very yellowish amber color. And then you can bring it all the way back up to 5800 Kelvin. So you can tell that the color has now changed. And you push the middle button again, and now it will go back to controlling the dim intensity. Now, as far as these buttons go, to demonstrate, if you just push down once, it'll advance to group B, then C, D, E, and then back to A. This button controls the intensity of the light by 25%. You push it once, we jump to 25, push it again, 50, 75, 100%, and after 100%, it'll bring it back down to 1%. This button, when you push it, you'll notice it starts flashing. This is so you can sync the control panel to other compatible lights. And then if you push down on the channel, you'll notice it starts flashing. Right now we're on channel 1, so if you turn the rotary knob, we can change the channel. And you can go all the way up to channel 48. So you get 48 channels, which is quite a bit of options there. So we'll go back down to channel 1. Now, the LED panels that we're using to light the back of this ring light are compatible with this control panel. And I've set the LED panels to be able to demonstrate how you can control other lights using the control panel on the LED ring light. I've set the LED panels to group B. So I'm going to switch over to group B. And now what you're going to notice is that I can take this dial and change the intensity. Now you're going to notice that the ring light is also changing intensity, but the LED panels that are lighting the back of the ring light are also getting brighter. And if I go all the way up to 100%, you can clearly see that the LED panels that I have set up behind this ring light are at 100% brightness. So I'll bring this back down to where we had it. I think it was about 17%. And the same goes for the color temperature. I can change the color temperature of the LED panels. Right now at 3000 Kelvin, you can see that the LED panels behind me have now changed color temperature, and I can move it back up to 5800 Kelvin, which is where we had it originally. So that's on group B. Now that I have group B, let's say this is the setting that I want for my LED panels. Now I can jump back to group A, and it'll default back to where I had it for this ring light, which was 1% at 5800 Kelvin. So that's how you're going to be able to dial in different settings for other lights that are synced to this control panel. The provider remote that comes with this LED ring light can also control everything that you see on this control panel. It's basically every single control that you see on the control panel will be found on the remote. And just to go over it quickly, you can see that the light intensity on the remote shows 1%, just as this one does. It shows you the temperature. It shows you the color temperature of the light. It shows you which group you're transmitting on and which channel you're transmitting on. And the physical buttons are the same that are found on the back of the control light here. You can see you have the channel button, you have the light intensity button, you have the group button, and then you get the rotary knob with the button in the middle, same as this one. So to demonstrate, I'm going to change the intensity of the light using the remote, and you can see that the control panel is responding just as the remote is responding as well. It's perfectly synced together. So I can move the ring light all the way up to 100%, or bring it back down to 1%. So you can dial in the intensity of the light using the remote. Now if I push the middle button here, you can see that now I have control over the color temperature of the light. So I can go all the way down to 3000 Kelvin and then bring it back up to 5800 Kelvin. Now if I hit the intensity button, you're going to see that the intensity is going to change by 25%, same as this one did on the control panel. So I push it once, 25, 50, 75, 100, and then back down to 1%. To change the channel, all you got to do is just hit the channel button and then move the rotary knob, and you can see that the channel is now changing. So we'll move it back down to channel 1. Hit the middle button to confirm. And here's the group button here. If you push on the group button, you're going to notice it's going to advance to group B, and it's going to now control our LED panel. So one thing to note here is that using the remote control, being that the control panel is set to group A and the remote is set to group B, I can independently now change my LED panels that are lighting the back of this ring light without affecting the actual ring light settings. So if you want to operate a bunch of lights, or let's say you have several lights synced up, and you don't want to move your main light, let's say the ring light is your main light, simply by using the remote and switching to group, whatever group is transmitting for the other sync lights, you're going to be able to independently change your settings without affecting your main light or the other lights that are in different groups. So now let's see, my LED panels, I'll set that to 34%, and my LED panels actually go all the way up to 8000 Kelvin. So I'm going to move those all the way up to 8000 Kelvin. So you can tell that we're getting a different look here. So that's on group B. So now if I go back to group A, now we're going to be able to change our ring light without affecting our LED panels. So that is a really big convenience factor, being that this remote is obviously wireless and you're going to be able to move around and dial in your perfect settings using the remote control. The next thing that I want to note here is the cold shoe mount that is found right at the top here of the control panel. And as you can see, it's all made out of plastic, but it's very thick plastic, so it's very sturdy. And this cold shoe mount is going to allow you to take the provided pieces, the mount pieces, and just slide it right into the cold shoe mount and then get it tightened and fastened down so that it's not going to move anywhere. So now that the that piece is in place, now you're going to be able to mount a DSLR camera or a smartphone. Now that we have this piece mounted onto the cold shoe mount, you're going to be able to mount your DSLR camera directly on here. But if you need to still adjust the angle of the camera, you can add this piece here, and all you got to do is just get this all the way down till it locks into place. And now using this, you just loosen it and you get all these different angle options, and including a 90-degree angle. And once you get it to the perfect angle, all you got to do is just tighten it until it locks into place, and now it's not going to move anywhere. This LED ring light does come with a plastic diffuser that snaps right into place. And if we remove one of these panels, you can see underneath the LED bulbs that come with this ring light. You get 2 rows of the yellow amber LED bulbs and 2 rows of the white LED bulbs. The combination of the 2 LED colors gives you the different color temperatures that this ring light can output. And the diffuser does have this tongue and groove feature, so that one side is going to tuck underneath the one of the panels that are already installed on the LED panel, and the other side is going to go right over this panel. So all you got to do is just make sure you're going to be under, and just snap the diffuser right into place, and you can see that it snaps into place very easily. And if we take a look at the LED panels, or the LED bulbs here, as we change the color temperature of the ring light, you're going to notice that the LED bulbs are going to change as far as which ones are on and how intense the brightness is on each one. So as soon as we move down the spectrum, you can see the yellow LEDs have now turned on. And as soon as we get down to 3000 Kelvin, the white LED bulbs shut off, and now it's only the yellow amber LED bulbs. Now, one thing I like to note, you notice that there wasn't a very gradual change between color temperatures there. Part of the reason is because we're operating at 1% currently. So if I move the intensity all the way up to 100% and now change the color temperature, you're going to notice more of a gradual change between color temperatures here. So now you notice that the amber ones are now starting to dim away and the white LED bulbs have now taken over. And then as we move back down to 3000 Kelvin, you'll notice the yellow or amber LED bulbs are now getting more intense, and the white LED bulbs are now starting to fade away. So at 100%, you'll notice the color temperature gradually changing. And there we go there. We're at 3000 Kelvin. So if you're operating at a low intensity, you're not going to get that gradual change in temperature. It's kind of like a big jump. So just keep that in mind when you're using this LED ring light. And one last thing that I'd like to note about this ring light is that the remote control is capable of going all the way up to 8000 Kelvin. This ring light only goes up to 5800 Kelvin. So what happens here is if you change on the remote, if you go past the 5800 Kelvin, now you're not going to be able to change the intensity. So basically the remote control is not even communicating with the LED ring light because you've gone past the its capability here. So if you just bring it back down to 5800 Kelvin, which is what it's capable of doing, now the remote control is able to control the light with no issues. So as long as you stay within the range of the LED ring light, so we're at 3000 Kelvin there, you're going to be able to control the intensity, no issues. But as soon as you go past 5800 Kelvin, let's say 8000 Kelvin, now you're unable to change anything on the light using the remote. So just bring it back down to its operating range and you're back to controlling the light with the remote. So that's just something to note there. Now that we've unboxed and taken a look at this ring light, set it up and went through some of the settings, let's go over our final thoughts of this ring light. Let's talk about the construction of this ring light. The entire ring light is made out of plastic. The diffuser is also made out of plastic. So being that the entire thing is constructed of plastic, you just need to be careful not to drop this ring light. The good thing is that the light stand that the ring light comes with does open up fairly wide. I would suggest that you use like a sandbag over the stand. That way you can prevent any accidental bumps into the ring light and prevent from it tipping over and hitting the ground. So that's just something to note there. But overall, the plastic is fairly thick. The ring light itself does have some weight to it. So it's not like completely lightweight because it's made out of plastic. No, it does have some weight to it. So it is constructed well. There's just one thing to note, the fact that it is made out of plastic. So you just need to be careful with that. But being that the light stand does open up wide enough at its base, that's going to add some security there to prevent it from tipping over. And then in addition to that, I would just add a sandbag just to really make sure that that ring light stays in place. Now let's talk about the setup and operation of this ring light. The setup of the ring light is, fairly straightforward. The ring light attaches onto the stand very easily, has a knob to be able to tighten that down. That's done very easily. And then the tilt of the ring light has another knob to be able to adjust that. That's done very easily. And then finally, once you do decide which mount, let's say you're going to go with the adjustable mount on the cold shoe, you can easily adjust this mount as well to get the perfect angle that you need out of the ring light. So the setup process, very straightforward, very easy. The operation of the ring light is very straightforward and very easy as well. As you were able to see in our demonstration, the back panel provides all the controls that you need to be able to change the intensity of the light, color temperature of the light very easily. And if you're going to be using multiple lights, in our demonstration, we were able to see that you can control multiple lights from the back of just one control panel of one of these lights, provided that you sync the lights in the proper group and the same channel. So as long as you have that set up properly, operating multiple lights off of one control panel, very easy to do. The same goes for the provided remote control. Everything, all the controls that are on the control panel are also found on the provided remote, which is very convenient. So if you want to set yourself up in front of the camera and make your adjustments, you can easily do that holding the remote while you're watching the preview on your monitor to get that perfect lighting dialed in. So the operation of this ring light, very easy to do. No hiccups there. We didn't run into any issues. Let's talk about the options that you get with this ring light. It is a ring light kit, and it does provide everything that you need right out of the box. So what you're gonna get right out of the box, you're gonna get the carrying bag, you're gonna get the light stand, you're gonna get the ring light, you're gonna get the plastic diffuser that snaps right into the ring light, which is very essential whether you're gonna be doing photography work or videography work. You're gonna be able to control the ring light, all of its options with the control panel on the back. You're going to be able to control those same settings with the provided remote control. And the ring light also comes with a couple DSLR and smartphone mounts. One is fixed so that it will hold your device perfectly straight, and one has this little piece here that you can angle your device at the perfect angle that you need, even a 90-degree angle if needed. They also provide a smartphone mount that has 2 1/4-inch mounts here, so you could either mount it in this orientation or this orientation. So you're getting quite a few options with this ring light kit. And so right out of the box, you're going to be able to get going with this light. You're going to get everything that you need. The light also has the cold shoe mount, so you're going to be able to mount your DSLR or your smartphone right in the middle of this light, which is perfect for any videography work or photography work that you might be doing. And the fact that you can sync several of these lights together in unison is also an added bonus for this light. And it's not just for ring lights. You can also, as you were able to see in our demonstration, you can also sync LED panels that are using the same remote protocol as the ring light. So in our case, we're using a different brand of LED panels, but they're using the same remote control protocol. So using this one remote that was supplied by the ring light kit, we were able to also control our LED panels. So that gives you a lot of convenience when you're planning to run several of these lights and you want to control them either from the provided remote control or the control panel that is built into the back of the ring light. You also get quite a few options when it comes to color temperature. The color temperature range going from 3000 Kelvin all the way up to 5800 Kelvin gives you quite a few options to be able to provide you with different looks. So you can dial in that exact look that you're going for, whether it's for photography or for video work or even a live stream. And now for the $1 million question. Is the Pixel ring light kit worth your hard-earned money? As of the recording of this review, the ring light kit sells for $139.89 on Amazon. I think you're getting quite a bit of value for the cost of the product. You're getting a lot of options. You're getting a ring light kit that is usable right out of the box. You're getting everything you need to be able to get started immediately. So it's not one of those kits where you buy it and then realize like, oh, I still need a smartphone mount, or I need a way to be able to hold my DSLR camera. camera, or you know, I still need a light stand, because a lot of these LED panels and LED ring lights don't come with light stands. This kit comes with everything you need right out of the box. So as soon as you open it up, you're going to be able to set it up and get going in your either your video production or your photography production or your live stream production. So the fact that it's labeled as a ring light kit, it lives up to its name. It literally has everything that you're gonna need to be able to get going. And at $139.89, I think you're getting quite a bit of value. The fact that it has the color temperature range from 3000 Kelvin to 5800 Kelvin, it gives you a lot of options there. It's dimmable, 1% all the way up to 100%, and it is fairly bright. So that also gives you a lot of options with this ring light. The other convenience factor is all the different adjustments that you get with the ring light. You know, you're going to be able to adjust the ring light tilt, and then in addition to that, if you need more granular adjustments in terms of angles, then just make sure you use the supplied piece here, and you're going to be able to just loosen this up and get that perfect angle either out of your DSLR camera or your smartphone or whatever device that you're going to be mounting onto the ring light. So overall, you're getting quite a few options. And again, the control panel, you're going to be able to not just control this ring light, you're going to be able to control multiple ring lights or even LED panels. You're getting the remote control, you're getting the carrying bag, you're getting everything that you need. At $139.89, I think it's a great value for everything that you're getting in this ring light kit. This is going to complete my review of the Pixel ring light kit. If you found some value in this video, I would appreciate it if you were to hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, that way you get notified the next time we upload a new video. And on that note, I will see you on the next review.